Welcome to Jake's Bait and Tackle. We are located off of Interstate 81 in Winchester, Virginia. We are 4,000 square feet of all things fishing, the things you need for the Northern Shenandoah Valley and all points beyond. Whether it's that custom bait maker you love or the hard to find bait, we do our best to find the products that you want. Let's find out what we're talking about today. Whether it be tips, tricks, or just a good old plain story, come into Jake's Bait and Tackle where tales are told and bait is sold.
All right, I'm going to show you how I'm rigging this Nikko Hellgrammite. So this is it right here. This is the jig we're using. Yep.
Whoops, sorry.
Gotcha.
There you go. Now you can see it better. All right, cool.
Okay, so you can see the jig and the Hellgrammite. So what I'm doing is I'm rigging it sideways, and it makes it a little more weedless. But if you look carefully at the Hellgrammite, you can see where they molded an eye. And what you want to do is just barely come into this thing and bring it out right about where the eye is. And see how it's just behind the eye? Yeah. Okay, this rubber is really tough, so to get it up over this keeper, you kind of got to get it wet.
I missed that. He
Sorry
licked
about
it.
that. No. Yeah, but you've got to get it wet. And see how it doesn't even really want to go up over there. And it's tricky. Okay, now it's up over that. See how it is now? Okay. So now that it's in there, what you want to do is line up where the curve of the hook meets that line in the body. Okay, and then you want to bring it through on the side, and then bring it right out on the same side between the leg there. All right, and then see how that is? And you're bringing it all the way through. And what you want is, as a presentation, you want this thing as flat as possible. You don't want any twists in it or anything like that, and you want this thing to basically float through the water without really doing anything. You don't want to jig it, you just want to float it down through there. But that's it. That's how I rig it.
That's how we rig it.
You ever fished live Hellgrammite? Yeah. Okay. Have you ever watched when you throw one in the water how it sinks? It always goes down head first. This thing does exactly the same thing, but when it gets on the bottom, it comes along the bottom flat. And it's key. It's very key.
Right. And the other part is about keeping it flat is the way I'm fishing it is I'm throwing it into faster moving water and letting it drift down, kind of maintaining a little contact but not jigging it, and just moving it if it gets stuck in a rock. And then once it gets down to the bottom where it's no longer drifting and it's got down as far, then I'm reeling it in quickly and doing the same thing. Well, if you have a curve in the body, it's going to twist your line, and you don't want that. You just want to keep it as flat as possible so it comes back in.
Another thing I'll add, do not get in a rush at the end of the drift. Just let it soak a little while before you reel back in.
Yeah.
When you're caught, a lot of times you will get bit at the end of your drift.
As it's gone all the way down as far as it's going to go, just let it get, maybe give it 30 seconds or more, and then reel it in, and then do the same thing again. Repeat. Rinse and repeat. Exactly. That's all I can tell you about it. But it's pretty simple, but basically keeping it flat, and you can see how the little legs almost create a weed guard. It really doesn't. I mean, you run your finger over, that hook is exposed, but you can't feel it. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Tom.
All right, no problem.